It's early June 2016 and I'm playing Tekkit Legends, and this is a tutorial on how to make a factory using the output of the EMC generator that I demonstrated in my previous video. So what I've done so far, just to start off, is I've placed a ender chest from the ender storage mod just above where my cursor is, just in the background. And I've piped out the output of my EMC generator into that chest. So I used a QuickSort module and an ItemSink to do that, and just a logistics power junction to power that, and that's where my generator is, and now I can access my EMC output anywhere in the world. And here, since I'm underground, at bedrock level actually, which is where I like to do my factories, I'm still using solar power. So what I'm doing is I've put a power teleport pipe here, which is configured to receive only and a frequency of 1. The frequency can be anything, but it has to match the one that you build in the sunlight. Then diamond kinesis pipe and logistics power junction. Don't use this to power the EMC generator, by the way. Diamond kinesis pipes do not transfer enough power. They have a maximum of 10,000 RF per tick. That's why I put the solar panels directly on the EMC generator. Anyway, so at sky level I have a solar panel, emerald kinesis pipe to pull the power out, and then a power teleport pipe, but that one's set to send only and a frequency of 1 to match up. That's how I'm powering this. So the first thing is I'm going to be making a factory that makes automatic crafting table Mark IIs. The recipe is the following. These can be any planks. So this is what I'm going to be making. It has 5 unique inputs: gold nuggets, planks, cobblestone, chests, and crafting tables. But it itself cannot be created with EMC, hence why I'm going to make a factory for it. So first, I want to show you something interesting, which is, oops. The interesting thing I'm going to show you is to do with QuickSort modules. Just need a couple of chests. Alright. Yeah, my EMC generator's been doing well. Alright. So here is just 2 chests, and they're connected with logistic Chassis Mk2s, which are powered by a junction. And I'm going to test this with glowstone. So the premise of logistics pipes are you want items at point A to reach point B. And here's the thing, which is actually kind of tricky to figure out. So if I attach a QuickSort module to a chest, then anything in that chest becomes available to the source, to the network. And I think that might be a little bit loud. Let's do that. Okay. So the way that I can retrieve those items is by defining in an ItemSink that I would like to receive those items. So here I'm going to say, give me glowstone, and it's going to say, I'll send you glowstone, and it does it 1 stack at a time using quick sorters. Yeah, that's looking good. So the interesting thing is what happens when the target chest is full. So with quick sorters and ItemSink modules, you can see that when the chest is full, it stops sending. Fantastic. That's exactly what we'd like. But you may think that QuickSort modules and basic logistic pipes are the exact same thing, because I can also request items here. And they are pretty much advertised to do the exact same thing. But if I use a basic logistics pipe instead of a QuickSort module, then what actually happens is the target chest will overflow. And you can see just here, if you look really closely, you can see that there's items stuck in the pipe. And if you wait just a little bit, they start popping out. This is not what we want to do. Let's not do that. So don't use basic logistic pipes if there is a risk of overflowing. Always use QuickSort modules. Anyway. Alright. Clean up. Okay, looking good. So what we want to do is we want to start out by taking our red matter chests out of the red matter furnaces out of the ender chest, and we want to put those into an energy condenser to bump those down to a much lower denomination of EMC for what we want to do. So we're going to use diamonds because those are fairly cheap for what we want to do, and everything I'm going to use is going to be Chassis Mk2s. Some of them can be Mark 1s, but yeah, this is easy. They're not expensive. So we're going to put a QuickSort there, and using the mechanism I just showed you, we're going to put an ItemSink here, and we're going to request red matter furnaces. And here we're going to make diamonds. And I'm going to get rid of these because I don't need all those. Whoops. Okay. So that's all the output from my EMC farm. So I've actually got 4 of them on this server. Anyway. So there we go. We put the basic logistics pipe next to the power junction. I read somewhere that it has to be basic. I'm not sure if it's true. And yeah, the quick sorters will move up to a stack at a time. So now we have a source of diamonds. Yep. Right, so the next step is we want to take those diamonds and we want to make the ingredients. Anything that can be EMC'd in our factory, we want to EMC. So when I say EMC'd, I mean it has an EMC value. We can make it from EMC. All right. So the next thing is I'm going to pull the diamonds out of here, and I'm going to then I'm going to make other items with them. So let's say I'll leave a gap, and then I'm just going to line them up against the wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 condensers. I use all Mark 2s because they are faster. They convert, I think it's like 40 items per tick instead of 1 or something crazy like that. And then for each one of these, we want to request diamonds. Oh, and of course we want this chest to be able to supply its contents, which is diamonds. So this is kind of what we do. We define the input and the output, and that's how we get things to be available to our pipe network. So here we're going to, we need to get the ingredients. So the crafting table Mark 2s need a chest. Crafting table itself. We need some planks of any kind. And gold nuggets. And cobblestone, which I am getting from here. I can just click on the item that I want to build, and it tells me what I need. So, so here we're going to make, let's say, chests. Here we're going to make, crafting tables. The order doesn't really matter. Benches, nuggets, and cobblestone. That's all the things we're going to make. And we want to fill all of these with an input of diamonds, and we want their output to be available to the network. Whoops, what am I doing? Great. Give me some diamonds. And supply to the network. There we go. So these are all going to fill up very quickly. And then we can request any of these items. So note that we are using the red matter furnace output. We're taking that down to a much smaller amount. And this is why, because we don't want every single one of our ingredients to be like full of 600,000 EMC stacks of items. It's a terrible waste. So if we knock it down, then that's good. In fact, we could even knock down the output of our EMC farm much closer to the EMC farm, and then have a chest which an ended chest which distributes a lower EMC item. But this works fine. So there we go. All of this is full. And now what we need to do is use the automatic crafting table Mark 2s. So I'm going to put this, it's important that we don't have more than one thing touching a chassis. So just make sure you don't do that. Like you can have other chassis touching it, just not containers. So I'm going to make the output be here. I just did that so I can place this in the air for now. And I'm going to make it output in this direction. So the way these automatic crafting tables work is that each one of these rows of items represents one input face, which is great because it means that we can put a different kind of item in each side and guarantee that it always has some of that item. So for example, if I say, let's do it over here. I'm just making pipes to access each side of this. And of course, so for example, if it's red, that means it's unpowered and, you know, not connected to a network that's powered by a logistics power junction. So tie that together. So now we can see that items can get all the way up there if we put item sinks in there. So let's say, what's this? Chests. Let's say I put chests in this side. So we just take an item sink and request chests. And suddenly, like magic, oh, like magic, chests flow into the side of this. And as you can see, they only take up one row. So that's the thing about these. Each side is unique, so we can put a different kind of item in there to guarantee that it gets every kind of item. All right, so let's just say we don't need quick sorts for these because we don't want to pull anything out. Crafting table, so we've got crafting tables, chests, wood, nuggets, and cobblestone. Great. And then we just want to define, to put pipes directly on the side of these, you hold shift and right click to place. So anyway, so now we're going to define our recipe. It doesn't take any items to define the actual recipe, so we only need one of each. There we go, and then we hit this to make it so that, well, anything can be used that would fit, or that can replace an item, and we use this to make it generate a whole stack instead of just one. This one's not really necessary because we're actually giving it that, but hey, whatever. Right, and then we're going to take the output, and we want to put the output into a, I don't know, let's say a chest, like this. So we just, all we have to do is same thing, is we put an item sink here, and we request the crafting tables. And of course, out of the top of these, which is where you get the output from, that's why the input's only 5 sides. The one with the crafting bench top is always the output phase. We put a quick sorter, of course, so that we can pull items out. And that's a factory. It's very fast. Needless to say, you can have other crafting benches which then use the output of this. Same thing, you just use item sinks and quick sorters. So from any face you want to pull something from, you put a quick sorter, and anywhere you want to put something in, you put a item sink. And that's it. Happy crafting. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment, and share it with your friends. Thanks very much. Bye.